What up, my peeps? It's your Knuckle Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review, this time courtesy of Star Wars The Black Series by Hasbro. We're looking at Migs Mayfeld, Morak in parentheses, from the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian. Oh yeah. And as you can see, we have the standard Black Series packaging. You can clearly see the figure and his accessory in the window, and you have the Star Wars The Black Series logo above. You've got the orange or amber banner that represents the Mandalorian series, and of course below that you've got Migs Mayfeld, Morak in parentheses. And yeah, that's that. On the side of the box that's concaved out, you have some artwork of Migs Mayfeld with his helmet off. And then on the back, you have more of that artwork. You have the Star Wars The Black Series logo. You see that Migs is number 15 in the Mandalorian line. They're building up their character line quickly. 15 already. And of course we have a readout, which is as follows. A hot-headed ex-Imperial sharpshooter, Migs Mayfeld was once the smart-mouthed leader of a gang of criminals. Mayfeld's skills and old ties helped the Mandalorian on his mission to rescue Grogu from Moff Gideon. And then you look at the other side, which of course is nothing except the logo there at the bottom. You got zero except the window at the top and more legalese at the bottom. So there it is. Looking at him one last time as we get him out of his packaging. I am Boba Fett, renowned as the most notorious bounty hunter in the galaxy. My services have been procured by the Ruckus. He claims you people watch his videos, but you do not like, and most importantly, you do not subscribe. I am here to change that narrative. We'll honor the Ruckus by liking, by sharing, and most importantly, by subscribing. Else you will discover how I gained my reputation. Migs Mayfeld comes with this blaster. Technically it's his sole accessory, but we'll get to my meaning momentarily. So here we have Migs Mayfeld on our rotating platter, giving you a 360-degree visual of the figure so we can see what we got going on here. And at first glance, this is the uniform that Migs was in disguise in. Same with Din Djarin, the Mandalorian. He also was wearing a similar uniform so they could infiltrate a facility that was, maintained by the Empire. And this was, like I said, the costume that, or uniform, if you will, that Migs was wearing. And it was pretty beat up, dirty, what have you. Just like this, the Hasbro did a good job of making the uniform appear dirty, at least in the front. As it's rotating, I can see in the back that it doesn't have any of these dirt paint apps to make the rear of the uniform look dirty. But it is what it is. We're going to get it off the rotating platter and take an up close and personal look at Migs Mayfeld. So here we have Migs Mayfeld up close and personal, and the first thing we're looking at obviously is that head sculpt slash the helmet. I said slash the helmet because, as I stated previously when I showed his lone accessory, his blaster, and called it a lone accessory, technically that's because even though this is how Migs came in packaging, he actually, the helmet is removable. Most of the time we get troopers that there's no face underneath the helmet. Not this time. This time we actually get removable mask. Let me get him centered right there. And yeah, let's put this in front of his face so you can see it. The helmet, like I said, is removable, and you see the dirt that I was talking about, the dirt paint apps. Oh, there he goes. We're not changing that out. But you see the dirt paint apps right there, and the helmet looks, there's even some dirt at the back there. So at least the back of the helmet, dirt made the back of the helmet, so at least there is some dirt to the rear of the figure. But yeah, this visor, it doesn't, it's not articulated. But yeah, the helmet looks pretty good, and it actually looks decent enough on Migs' head. Having Migs stood back up here, taking a look at his face, and I've been calling him Migs, but now with the helmet off, I'm going to just say Bill Burr right here. Very excellent likeness of Bill Burr. The one caveat though is, and this has happened a lot with Black Series figures, the faces have been kind of shiny. You can see that shine on him right there. What am I trying to say here? The face sculpt, the portrait showing the Bill Burr likeness is definitely spot on. I'm loving that. Even down to the facial hair. You know, he's got that. He's got the chin strap connect, which I'm partial to. The eyes looking all nice and stuff. No hair, obviously he was bald for the show, and I mean that's usually how he rocks now anyway. Going down the uniform, there's those dirty paint apps I was talking about, molded in that green, very similar to how he appeared in that episode of The Mandalorian. And you have more paint apps there of the dirt, looking cool. You got more there. On his right arm, you see he's got that rank insignia, and more dirt there. Pretty cool. The belt, you seeing all that. The hands, they're gloved, kind of black, flat. Same thing with the other side. Going down, his legs, you know, nothing special. He's got the bottom of his boots and the shin guards. They have the appearance of being scuffed up, so that's pretty cool too. Having him turned around, you see he still has that the scuffings on that side of the boots. And once again, there's nothing really special here. He's got his holster right there. Going down, there's like a backpack, and you see the detail in it. No paint applications to make it stand out, which is standard most of the time with Hasbro products. The back gets zero love, so yep, getting him back around. That's our man Migs. And now looking at his articulation, his head is on a dumbbell joint, so he can look down that much, he can look up that much. You can rotate him 360 if you so choose. Because of the dumbbell, he gives you attitude, and with Bill Burr, you're going to need that for real. As far as the arms, you can get it to about 90. Definitely rotate 360. You've got single jointed elbows, Black Series style, swivels there, so you know it is what it is. You've got wrist swivel rotation, and the left hand has a horizontal hinge, whereas the right hand with the trigger finger has the vertical hinge. He gets his torso articulation right there, diaphragm. So because of the chest plate here, the vest, you're not going to get much going forward. You will get a bit going back, and you can get side to side. You can get the swivel left to right. Going down to the hips, you'll only get them to spread this much because of the shirt, the uniform impeding. The same with the lifting the leg up 90. You'll still get it almost 90. Going back, you're not going to get too much. You will get thigh rotation, double jointed knees. You will get your toes to point that far forward, that far up. You will get ankle pivot and holes at the bottom of his feet. Blaster that Migs came with can fit into his holster pretty snugly, so it fits just like that. Here we have Migs posed with his blaster in hand, and here he is posed with blaster in hand and his helmet on. For some comparisons, we have Migs Mayfeld next to Boba Fett. Oh, and I failed to mention that Migs is part of the Boba Fett Tython wave, or if you're the numerical kind, that would be wave 31. And now we have Migs next to a carbonized scout trooper. Finally, we've got Migs Mayfeld next to the Mandalorian. This was the figure that came out prior to us knowing his name was Din Djarin, so he's not in the Beskar armor, and he didn't come with Grogu, which at that point was known as the Child. That's when this particular figure was out. So to sum it all up, the Star Wars Black Series Migs Mayfeld Morek, in parenthesis, from the Boba Fett Tython, parenthesis, or Wave 31 figure is the head sculpt. Loving the head sculpt. Looks just like Bill Burr to me. The one caveat is I do think that the skin tone is it's too shiny. They need to tone that down some. Lacking in accessories, but then again, when Migs was in this uniform, it was, as I don't know the designation of the vehicle, but it was whatever that vehicle was. He was a driver. That was the uniform of the drivers of those vehicles. And of course, chances are they probably would have only had a handheld blaster. The paint apps are banging to me in terms of the dirt, showing that the uniform has been roughed up, both uniform and the helmet, down by the lower legs and the boots. Lone dirt paint app for the back is on the rear of the helmet, but other than that, the rear of the uniform is just absolutely clean. I am a sucker for anything the Mandalorian or the Bad Batch, so I had to get this cat. And the fact that it was Bill Burr playing the role of Migs Mayfeld just made it all the more desirable. So I'm glad to have him in my collection, and I will find I'm going to have to rearrange my Mandalorian shelf because it's packed now, but I know that with some creative posing and placing, I'll be able to get he and a couple other figures on that display. Anyway, that's about it for this review. Going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and smash the bell when you want to be notified for the next time I upload a video. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.